What's up, jumpers? Dave here. Excited today to do a deep dive into what I love about one of the modes in our app, the free jump mode. And I'm going to cover the areas of the screen so that you know the information that you're getting within your workout, and then I'm going to demonstrate and show how I use it to really enrich and engage me within my workouts, because that's what it's all about. You got to be engaged if you're going to stick to it. So I've actually got a screenshot here so that I can cover a little bit more closely what you're looking at if you're in this mode. Front and center, we have the total jump count for the session. So I've done 201 jumps so far. Always get a running tally on your jump total for that session. You can always end a session and start a new one, or go for some sort of a new record within the session. 201 jumps. Above that, as one of our core metrics, is JPM, jumps per minute. So think about this as your jumping speedometer. And this really helps you to know what pace you're going at. It helps you to push yourself or slow down and pace yourself if you are pushing too hard. The small number here is actually the maximum JPM that you've hit throughout the duration of the workout. So if I want to push and try to exceed that as I go, I've kind of got that challenge right there in front of me. Total time in the workout, you can always start and pause the workout either through the phone or my favorite way with the button on the handles. And we've got this really cool leaderboard feature that I think is one of the most popular mechanisms within the AMP experience to really push people to do just a little bit more. This was my first session of the day, 201 jumps. I've got 44 more jumps until I surpass the individual in front of me, and this is the person highlighted in green that I just passed. So I am now in 338th place for the day, and oftentimes it can be fun to see how many jumps the next person is in front of you, push yourself, and you find that the just one more mentality starts coming in, where you want to pass just one more person, and before you know it, you've gotten a long workout, a great workout, and a lot more jumps, and it didn't feel like you were jumping for that long. If you have a heart rate monitor that will sync with this app, it'll demonstrate your heart rate and your heart rate zone. So if you like to do zone-based training, you can very easily see as you go. I've got an Apple Watch, so I use that, but there's other heart rate monitors that it integrates with as well. Such a valuable feature. I appreciate having the integration of a lot of the health monitors with the AMP jumping experience. It really helps to guide my effort and energy when I'm jumping. Average JPM is a good scan item when you're jumping to see how your current pace relates to what you've done throughout the course of the session. And you can use that to set targets. Maybe you want to complete a full workout with 150 JPM for 10 minutes, and that becomes a self-set challenge for you to try with a given weight of rope. The streak feature. So this is a fun one. If you are competitive with yourself, it'll measure the continuity of your jumping, and if you miss or stop jumping for a certain period of time, the streak will end. But otherwise, it's a great way to challenge yourself within the course of the workout. So all sorts of cool features and information that keeps you engaged within your workout and that really motivates you to push a little bit harder and to try to get that next record. And before you know it, this has become that habit and that routine that really seems more like fun than a chore. So with that, now that you've got kind of an overview of what it looks like on the phone, I'm going to demonstrate and show you what it looks like live action mode. All right, I'll show you how I like to set up a free jump session. So let's get the handles paired. All set to go. Oftentimes I do one rope because I might do a free jump session as part of a warm-up or part of another routine or feature within the app. You can select rope or ropeless based on which you have. If you are using only one rope, you have the option to, kind of set a predefined number of jumps or a pre-selected amount of time for the workout. Usually most people using free jump they start, It allows them the freedom, as you might guess, to do whatever sorts of skills and duration and jumps that they want to do. Today, I want to demonstrate using multiple ropes. So I'm going to select the quarter pound, the half pound, the 1 pound, and the 2 pound. Leaderboard is turned on. If you are not interested in these sorts of things, there are some other metrics that are displayed on the left-hand side, like power and calories, but I think this is one of the most fun ways to gamify the workout. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, got my heart rate ready to go, synced up with the watch. Here we go. All right, so like I mentioned, most of my attention is directed at the JPM. I really like to dial in my pace. I'll scan over to my heart rate. Sometimes if I do longer sessions, there's a big trend towards zone 2 heart rate training, so staying in the green zone, not pushing too hard. If I have less time to work out and I'm really trying to push the pace, yes, I am definitely trying to get up to the orange or even the red zone for a little bit. I've got the quarter pound rope selected. That's the green band you can see below the JPM. Got my total jumps coming up on 150 jumps. And that streak is alive, 150, there we go. If you look above the streak, right in the middle, average jumps per minute. This is a really important reference point when you're jumping. If your pace is falling off your target, if you're trying to average a higher JPM, I can pick up the pace. Just hit my max JPM of 189. Let's see if I can get my average up to 160. Okay, I'm at 160. I'm going to try to keep it there. Coming up on 2 minutes in the workout. Moving up the leaderboard. So you can see the countdown. 33 jumps till I surpass the jumper in front of me. Just passed 540 jumps for the day so far. So if you're doing other workouts, if you're doing rounds, if you've done a bunch of free jump sessions, the leaderboard will show either the total jumps you've done for the day, or if you select for the month, it'll show your rank for the month and how you're moving up as the day progresses. All right, so time to move on to the half pound rope. Let's pause it. One of my favorite features for sure. Let it. Like I had mentioned, we now have a multi-handle mode. So if you have a second pair of handles already connected to the half pound rope, you don't even need to pause. Pick up the rope, start jumping, and this mode will auto recognize the fact that you're jumping with the next rope, which is pretty cool. Here in this mode, if you have one pair of handles, you actually go and you select the half pound rope. So I've got half pound selected. Let's do a couple jumps with this one. And what you'll notice is that now you've got that white bar below the JPM to indicate what rope is actively being counted. Up at the top, I can see that I did 414 jumps with the quarter pound rope. It's counting up with the half pound rope. And so that number 65 and counting up is my active jumps with this rope. But I've done 500 jumps in the session now in total. Of course, when I pause the workout, I lose my streak. So that's up to you on how long you want your streak to be with each rope. If I trip up, then the streak ends, back to 0, no big deal. I'll try to beat it this time. Moving up the leaderboard. And like I mentioned, what happens when I jump is that the gap between me and the next person above me on the leaderboard tends to be such a small number that it's just like, all right, 12 more jumps. That's not too bad. Got it. Okay, 13 more jumps. And you go through the sequence of sort of competing with other members of the community that engages you in what you're doing and just seems to make the session go by a lot faster while still getting a good workout. Okay, let's swap out. The interchangeability is so easy too. So if you weren't familiar with Crossrope at all, the interchangeability of the different weights just really makes it fun and dynamic when you're working out and jumping. So I unpaused, realized that I didn't switch it to the 1 pound rope. So if I were to start jumping, it would tally on the ½ pound, but you can pause it at any point in time. Select the 1 pound rope, and now we're set to go. Okay, let's get to 100 with a 1 pound and finish off with a 2 pound sprint. All right, there's my 100 jumps. This time I'm gonna swap it first. Got the 2 pounder. Really good for full body. Really good finisher for free jump sessions as well. Let's go ahead and unpause. Past 1,000 jumps. Actually hit a peak of 204 JPM on that rope. Heart rate gets up quickly. And over 1,000 jumps. So hope you enjoyed this overview into free jump. There is just so many different ways, depending on your workout preferences, it makes the workout feel fun. And this is what we hear from our community. There are so many jumpers that started with small goals and found that it was the presence of the personal challenges, whether it's jump streaks, total jumps with certain ropes, or even climbing up the leaderboard. It's all there for you if you feel that these are the things that can really keep you motivated and engaged, because that's what it's all about. So check it out, hit me up if you have questions. Hope you enjoyed this video. Ask questions, put comments below. Always looking to our community for new ideas, and keep up the great work jumping.